First I found the angle of the head, then the distance between the brow, nose, and chin. And then I start to put the features in there. And look, I'm working really sketchy. I'm not too concerned. I squint to find the shadow shape. I put that in and continue to develop it like that, trying to separate the light, the shadow, and the midtone. Once my gesso dried, I decided that what I was going to do is, rather than redraw it, I was just going to transfer this picture. Now here's a really cool technique you guys can use to transfer a drawing you've done. I took this piece of paper and I flipped it over, and with the soft piece of color, I used a pastel stick. I scrubbed the back of the paper. I'm rubbing a whole bunch of pastel on there. You can use charcoal, you can use pastel, soft graphite, anything. You can even use paint. Now I put that piece of paper back onto the board that I'm painting on, and with the pencil I pressed against the drawing. And what I did is essentially created a stamp. Now watch me lift off the piece of paper and you'll find that the drawing has been transferred and I didn't have to redraw it. Right there, there you go. See, that's cool, huh? That speeds up the process. People can transfer photos like that, and yeah, you can transfer any picture you like this way. And then I used ink to go over my drawing because I'm going to paint over it, and once this ink dries, then my drawing will be secure. Now once this dries, then we begin to paint it. And again, I tone it, I put the darks in, and then I'll find the lights. And I'll repeat this process. I'll constantly make the darks darker and the lights lighter, while trying to maintain a sense of oneness and wholeness. And what I mean by that is, I try to have the lights close together and I try to have the shadows close together. All the while I'm doing this, I'm constantly squinting at my reference and I'm squinting at my picture. I should be looking into the mirror a lot more too. So there's the light, there's the shadow. There's also something like the midtone, which is a fancier way of saying the tone in between the light and the shadow. And you'll see me rinse and repeat this project. This one was a little bit more challenging. I was using a picture of a sculpture of Seneca because Seneca was around a long time ago. There's no paintings of him, but there was a sculpture and it wasn't the best photo of the sculpture. So it was a bit of a challenge, but I think the ultimate effect you guys will see is a cool one. Now here we go. Again, I'm building the lights, and notice I'm painting thicker in the lights, and I'm always returning to the planes that face the light because those are generally going to be the lighter parts of the face. And again, I keep my shadows thin and I keep my lights thick. So I tone it one more time, and then again I come over with the lights, and then I make the darks darker. You see what I just did? I brought all the lights closer together by passing or scumbling a thin layer of white over the thing. You notice how I keep saying white and dark? I never really think about color. I just think in value, which is another fancier word of saying light and dark. Here we are, and the picture's about to come to a finish pretty soon. I'll probably tone this in a second once I build up a little bit more of the light. And again, I'm squinting and looking at my reference and squinting and looking at my picture. And remember to check in the mirror as well. And I do this with about 3-4 colors, and these are all done in acrylic. There we go. And there's the finished picture of Seneca.